to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Okay, it will help if I get off the mute button, right? What's up? Good morning. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I haven't went live this early in a minute. I usually go live in the afternoon or in the evening. But yes, come on in, everybody. Good morning, Nubian Queen. How you doing? What's up? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Please make sure you like and share the video. As you can see across the screen, we are on the road to 9K. So please like and share the video for your girl. Thank you so much. It really helps with the algorithm. Now, it is Easter Eve. I am excited about Easter, even though I don't have any really, really big plans. But, you know, when it comes to these type of holidays, even though some of them are like pagan holidays, you know, it's more message to the holiday for me than just, you know, getting together and eating and, you know, Easter egg hunts and making Easter eggs and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's another time, another holiday to spend time with your family and make memories and things like that. So that's why I'm happy about that. Let me get a sip of water. Yeah, so let me know if you guys are having any special Easter plans or if you have any traditions that you typically do around Easter. Feel free to hit the link if you like. I think the link is pinned on the horizontal and on the vertical screen. But I was telling you guys the other day when I was live that this Easter I'm actually going to spend it with a friend. So normally I spend Easter with family. You know, my mom who passed away years ago, it would normally be like at her house, and then I would venture off to other people's houses. But since she passed, you know, my godmom, it would normally start off at like her house and maybe venture out at somebody else's house. But this year I'm gonna do something different. One of my homegirls, she's like, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean up, I don't want to do dishes, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, calm down for something. Like, what you got up your sleeve, girlfriend? And she was like, well, how about we go to dinner or go to brunch or something like that at a steakhouse or something like that. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. So like I said, I don't have any really big plans for tomorrow, but I will still be with friends, you know, and with my friend's family. And the last holiday I spent with my friend, this particular friend, was, I believe, maybe 2 Easters ago. So it's been a few years before I actually spent a holiday with this friend. And I don't want to say any holiday. I'm talking about Easter. So it's been like a few Easters since I spent with this friend. Now, if you're talking about Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, you know, all the summer events, the summer holidays, I'll be with my friends and family all the time because the shit be popping right here at the crib. And y'all done seen the video footage. Y'all done seen us in the kitchen, out on the patio, in my house, in my living room. A lot of y'all done seen, you know, for my supporters, I do be a little transparent sometimes. So I take y'all with me into my real life every now and then. Some of y'all was with me when I was touring homes before I made a purchase, for my home. Some of y'all was with me when I was, when the inspectors came out and they was telling me what needs to be done and this, that, and the third. And then for the final closing, when I got the keys, like a lot of y'all been on this journey with me for a while, who've been supporting me at the hood table and on my other platforms as well. So, every now and then I give y'all a little sneak peek of, me and my family and friends together. But I love that. I love family gatherings. I love being with friends and family and games and food and drinks. And, got to bust out a space game. The fellas might bust out with some bones, with some dominoes. But so those particular holidays, I'm usually with a lot of people. But for Easter, I'm usually with my godmom, like I said, and then, venture off from there, house hopping. Like some of y'all probably do. Y'all be house hopping. I know y'all be house hopping. Y'all be going here to here. Then every house you get to, have you ate? Yes, I've ate. I've ate several times. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, but I can take a drink though. I can take a drink though. But me personally, I don't travel without liquor. I don't travel without my bones, my dominoes. For those of y'all who don't know what bones are, and I don't travel without my spades, and I don't travel without my own bottle. Okay, those three things, and also number four, I don't travel without my pistol. Okay, so those four things when I'm going to kick it or hang with somebody, my bones, my spades, my pistol, and my bottle. Okay, that's the four things I travel with whenever I go over somebody's house. Okay, I don't come empty handed. I don't come empty handed. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Hey, boo, hit the link, Charlie, if you want to. And thank you, Charlie, for being a member. Ooh, how long does it say? Child. Not the 17 months, yo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not the 17 months, Charlie. Y'all know that's my girl. That's my white chocolate. And what up? Who else came into the chat? Hey, Noble. Did I say Noble? There he is. Yep, I thought I did. What's up, Noble? Noble, last night, was that last night, Noble, when you and Rob and Tracy was over there on VS panel? Was that last night? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look at her butt. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But what's up, Beverly? How you doing? You said the 10 Commandments came on tonight, host. I haven't watched the 10 Commandments in I don't know how long. Like
I think I was a kid, man.
I haven't watched the 10 Commandments. I used to love watching the 10 Commandments with Moses and all those old church movie videos. Like what's the name of the guy who wrote those or produced those movies? What's his name? Ben? No, that wasn't him. I'm thinking about the war movies. The movies, oh God, the sun is bright, huh? I got the curtains open. I'm trying to get some of that fresh sunlight to hit this melanin, okay? But
and make it shine like it is, as beautiful as it is. Y'all, don't she look good this morning? How pretty is my sister? What? Okay. Look at that. Okay.
For an old woman with a big forehead, right?
Still
or
looking good.
Woman with a big forehead.
Shout out to the big forehead. Well, big forehead lives matter.
Hashtag big forehead gang. Okay. But yeah, the one where the sea opens. I remember that back in the day when I was a child, when they had the scene where the sea opened, the Red Sea, and it just parted and the water just stood up. Even with the graphics way back then in movies before they got to the technology we got to today.
Complaint.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Why do they always try to make a white folk? They ain't white, right? They're Middle Eastern, right? I'm just saying they had a little more melanin in it.
Noble said I like your nose. If y'all don't stop. What up, Mr. Boston? How you doing? Mr. Boston said, hey, Charlie. Hey, hello, Queen. Thank you, Nubian.
What up, Mr. OG Jamal?
Hey. Hey, Niecy, you said good morning. The hood table, keeping you lifted in prayer with that neighbor situation. Child, keep me lifted in prayer, honey. Please keep him lifted in prayer too, because I don't want to have to do nothing. That might land me downtown. I like being on YouTube, but I don't like being on TV. Not like that. Not like that. Like the hood table she done did it down. That shit, the neighbor done learned today. The neighbor done
I'll be
learned
the
today.
first one to hit that button. Y'all, we gotta make free the hood table t-shirt.
$5. $5 will make you holler. If I get locked up, $5. Okay. $5, put it in the pot, put it in the offer plate, pass it around. Y'all gonna get me out of jail. Y'all gonna get me out of there. But
I
shit
got her
happen
mail
like
ready.
that.
How much is it again?
No, but seriously, when shit happen like that, even if you self-defense, they will take you down. They will handcuff you. They will take your pistol. They will take you down. They will question you and try to figure out, should we let you go home? Should we keep him here? Was it really self-defense? Don't nobody want to go through all that shit. Even people who have concealed weapon license, concealed to carry, we actually got open carry and concealed carry here, and you don't need a permit for either one. Yeah. But you don't need either permit. But still, you know how I go, Charlie. We see it on TV all the time in TV shows, movies. Somebody break in, you pop them. Why am I being arrested? Why am I? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's like my
So,
mama.
it happens.
Somebody tried to rob my mom at a store. They stuck their hand in the car, and they didn't happen to know that my daddy was in the store. And when he walked out the store, he beat the living bejesus out of that person, right? Well, just so happened a cop come up that he knew, right? He almost swung on her though, because she didn't say, "Hey, I'm the police," right? She just came up behind him and grabbed him. So he's thinking somebody's trying to jump him. Like that's what you think when somebody grab you from behind, right? And he stopped. He stopped when he started saying, "Oh snap! Oh sorry." You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was you. I didn't know it was you. And she goes, "No, that's my bad. I should have made myself known. I just grabbed you." And she goes, "What's going on here?" And she told him, and he had a slicer, you know what I mean? And it was on the ground where he had just had it in his hand. And they put my daddy in the back of the car until they got all the witness statements. You know what I'm saying? They had to get the camera. They had to get all that stuff and it took them, hours to do that. And then they finally released him, but they put him in the handcuffs, put him back in the car until all the story came. They have to get all that information.
And sometimes they'll take you downtown and you can spend a whole day there. A whole day. That's why there's also, if you own a weapon like a pew pew, if you own a weapon, there is an assurance agency that covers people who have pew pews, just in case something do happen and you have to use your pistol, you do get taken in and you do get arrested. They have attorneys that you can have on call, and they have attorneys all over the world, and they can just send somebody within like hours, to your beck and call if that happens to you. Now it is like, and I'm not promoting, but when I took my concealed to carry class about 6-7 years ago, before the laws changed here, because we used to have a concealed carry license. We used to not be able to open carry as well, but they changed all that since then. So I spent $100 and something to take the doggone class, years ago. And that's when they was promoting that shit then. And they gave everybody a card and they said, some people, this could really help, because in every situation that you think that it might be self-defense, if they try to prove or determine that you could have, the person was no longer a threat, or you could have done this differently or that before, pew, 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 then you could go to jail. You could go to jail. It happens all the time. But yeah, so there are
always got to try to make sure it's justified. Right. You got to prove self. Like there's quite a few things for self-defense to be prevalent. It can't just be somebody who uses words against you. They have to threaten you physically. Somebody else has to hear it, or have a weapon of some kind in their hand. Or like, let's say you done backed them up off of you a couple times and they keep being aggressive. You have to have video proof. So I'm gonna say this to anybody out there: if you got a car, if you got let's say vehicle things, have a front and a rear facing camera for your vehicle.
Oh yeah.
If you at home, have your cameras all around your house so that you can prove justification. because without those cameras are admissible in court and they'll help you with your case. But without them, it's a he said, she said.
Absolutely. And I do know people, and did I say hi? I think I read her comment, but I didn't actually say hi. So I just want to say hey to Beverly Johnson. Let's see, has anybody else came in here? Feel free to drop down if you're in the clouds. Please like and share the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new here, and happy Easter Eve.
Happy Easter Eve, y'all. I hope y'all eat some good food tomorrow. I know I'm gonna eat some prime rib tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna be having. Oh yeah, we're gonna be eating some.
I'm gonna be
food.
at a rib. I mean, not a rib. I said a rib, a steakhouse. I'm gonna be having me some steak. I'm gonna be having me some shrimps. Okay. I'm gonna have me some broccoli, some not broccoli, but some what do you call them? Brussels sprouts, the fried ones. What do they call them? Not they don't call them fried.
Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Roasted, something like that, where they be a little crispy and they be a little.
Yeah, I do them in the oven. Are you going? Are you talking? Yeah, I do it. That's roasted.
You know what I'm talking about. You know
they taste so good, and I use a honey butter glaze on them. Child, they so good. They so good.
Yes, if you make them right, they really, really good. When I was growing up, I hated Brussels sprouts. But over the past few years, I've tried some different ways, at different restaurants and things like that. So I came to like them, but only if they're cooked that particular way. But yeah, me and
it's because they taste
that's what we doing tomorrow.
They taste like tree nuts instead of greens. When they're roasted, they take on a whole different flavor. And so when you put that honey and that butter on them, with that, it almost tastes like a peanut or a tree nut. And I promise y'all, if you do not like Brussels sprouts, and I can't stand them, baby. I don't like cabbage. I don't, unless it's chow chow. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like green, like real bitter green flavors. And you all know Brussels is one of the ones that's got the strongest flavor when it's boiled or anything. But when they roasted, baby, woo.
I love cabbage. I love making that that Southern Cajun Creole cabbage with the shrimp and the andouille sauces and the
you talking about fried cabbage, fried when they fry it.
Yes, I don't like. I mean, I love it the regular way too, like the old school way, how a lot of our parents made cabbage back in the day.
Boil it up.
I like it that way too. But me personally, the way I make it that way. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. But what's your plans for tomorrow? Like, what's on the menu? Like, what? Oh, I know you said you have prime ribs, but are you going to have family over? Is it just going to be a small little dinner for your just immediate family? Are you going out? What's going on? Oh, Charlie's on mute. She's probably dealing with the fam right now. Excuse me. But yeah, you said barbecue. Oh yes, barbecue ribs, chicken, asparagus. Oh, I love asparagus too. Potato salad, done. You cooked last night? I know that's right. I know that's right, child. That sounds so good. I love barbecue ribs. Absolutely. I like to put them on the grill all throughout the summer. I keep slabs in the damn freezer. I keep slabs in the freezer. I keep like Italian sausages, burgers, man, brats, because if y'all know me, like if you know, you know. In the summertime, it ain't nothing for me to grill every doggone weekend. Matter of fact, when my sons was coming up, I did that a lot in the summertime. I would grill on the weekend, on Sunday or Saturday. It depends on their schedule if they had games on one of those days. But I would grill enough to last like 3 days, for the kids in the summer, their friends coming over and all that shit. So I didn't have to cook for some days. But that's what I did when they were growing up. Almost every weekend in the summer, I would grill a lot of meat, make a lot of sides, and they would have that food to eat on for several days. But yeah, that really saved me a lot of time and money. From eating out when we're on the go with the kids and their busy activities, because my sons had busy lives even in the summer. It was work, it was still sports, like the traveling basketball teams, the elite teams, all the games, the tournaments, oh my God, the road trips. So yeah, it does really help to make like a meal on a particular day and then just make enough to last for a few days, especially if you have a big family or some, grown men, some young men who have a healthy appetite. You said you love grilled food. I do too. It's just something about the taste of the grill. And I know some people prefer a gas grill. Uh-uh. It has to be a barbecue grill where you throw the wood in there, your apple wood or your cherry or, whatever flavor that you're fond of, and throw them wood chips in there too. Mm-hmm. You said we did that too. My daughter said they were tired of barbecue. I keep ribs in the. My kid, I promise you, they never got tired of barbecue, especially the burgers and the brats and the hot dogs and the sausages. Oh my God, they would eat those like all through the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Throw in some potato salad on the side, some corn, whatever I made. Hmm. Yep, they didn't have a very, very broad palette, for all type of different types of food, but they definitely love soul food. They love barbecue. They like Chinese, Italian, some of the basic stuff like that. But and Mexican. But they do love barbecue to this day. When they find out I'm grilling, what you need, Ma? Yep, when they find out I'm grilling, what you need us to bring. Do you need anything from the store? And then sometimes I just be like, just come over and assist. They be over here, they be chilling, playing their video games outside, smoking, whatever. All right, this meat done, take it in the house, put it so. All right, mom, got you. But even if it's just something as simple as that, giving your mother a hand, around the house and with the food. But mhm. I definitely love barbecues and get-togethers in the summertime. It's really nice. But I know you guys, I was watching VS last night again. I was watching VS. I said that to Noble in the chat. I don't know if he responded,
I missed
but
a lot of that, and I can't go back and watch it. I'm so sad.
did she put it on the highest tier again?
Yes, I wanted it
Child,
on my tier so I could at least watch the
I
replay at
know
least
VS.
once.
Where is VS? I'm like, can we make a plea? Can
Can
we
we please
like
can we please deal it down to us members at the $5.99
yeah,
tier? Because I'm a
yeah.
rebuker, baby. Let me rebuke that so I can watch
I
it again.
know. Like, can you send me and Charlie like the how you can put it on private, but you can
Yeah,
put it
just
where you
send
can
us
share
the
the
link.
link, where you can not private, but you put it on there where you can share the link.
Unlisted.
Unlisted, like man, that shit, girl. I was watching that shit last night. Did you watch any of it?
I saw the very end. That's how
I
I was.
think this is Noble.
You know how I co-host on Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Well,
Okay.
we've been starting later, and I was co-hosting, and I couldn't get away, and I was like, damn it, why? Corio, I miss Corio.
Can you hear me?
Is
Yeah,
this you,
it's me.
Noble?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Hey, boo.
Hey, Noble.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this Saturday?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was just about to start talking about what happened on VS channel with you and Rob. That shit was. I'm sorry, but I was tickled. I was tickled as hell
I'm
when you
glad.
said
Go ahead.
something about because Rob kept talking about her under her clothes. And he was
Yeah,
talking to you about it, and you said, I ain't gonna talk about her clothes. I ain't never talked under her clothes. I'm not gonna talk under her clothes. I was like, why is he up there talking under her clothes like that? And Tracy's over there just I'm like,
yeah,
that was crazy. What's up, Corio? How
yeah.
you doing, boo? You said drop the link. Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to get down. Choreo is about to give me hell.
Oh, do you want to like say what you want to say? And then I don't know if Corio don't mind being up here with you or not.
Yeah.
Corio, let me know if you mind being up here with Noble. If not, I'll drop the link. It's already dropped though, or you can wait a few minutes till he's off of here. But yeah, what was you gonna say, Noble?
My whole intent was to go up there and make it entertaining because of both of them was up there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this would be a perfect time to pump the show up and bring some content. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I
So
will say
I
it was
had
fire. Because
yeah, I had fun with it. Yeah, I had
It was
fun with
fun.
it.
It was fun,
Hmm.
even when they were speaking about the shit that happened in the past and all that kind of shit. Shit happens. Like you said,
Yeah.
Shit happens. You engaged, you engaged, you about to get married. Life
Hmm.
moves on. Tracy got a new person. Rob
Right.
got crazy girl over there, but he's crazy too.
Yeah.
You about to be engaged, but It was a lot. I was surprised you hit the panel because she was actually speaking to you in the chat, but then she was actually also trying to get Daria to hit the panel, to come up on the stage after what Rob Rack has said about the accusations and allegations against
Right.
Daria.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Sincere.
Far as I see, I can't read Tracy's comments in the chat because we blocked each other. So
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
can't read it. That's to keep shit. That's to keep stuff down. You know what I'm saying? At one point, at some point, you have to be an adult about it. Even though this the beef sector and they want the tea, sometimes the tea is just the tea of what it is. That's 3, 4 years ago. It's time to upgrade and do better in your life and just laugh at what happened in the past. I
Right.
think we all came out of it okay. Ain't nobody hurt. Ain't nobody go to jail like Rob did. But that's neither here nor there. I just
Mm-hmm.
once we get to certain places in our lives, it's time to live and let God.
I
It
never
ain't.
thought I'd see y'all on the link together. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, I'm not scared of her. It's just that I know where to go. I don't have no problem sharing a panel with them, but I know where to go. It always get messy and go back, and I
Right.
don't
It
like.
kind of depends
I
on
don't
what
like.
platform you hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to revisit the past. If there's nothing to revisit. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to reconcile. That it is what it is.
Right.
And
Right.
come a point when we have to be adult about things and understand that we are human, we got feelings, and sometimes we have to respect each other's spaces
Mm-hmm.
and just allow that healing process to go forward.
Yeah. Well, with some of the things that happen to us, we do learn life lessons too. Would you ever date online or long distance again, or have a public relationship?
I think I stressed that on VS panel was that I'll never have a relationship on YouTube or internet period long distance because you can't really get to know a person, and it's very expensive to travel back and forth meeting a person.
That's
So I'd
true.
rather date locally and get to know people locally, and it worked for me. I'm about to get married in a month and a half, so
Yeah.
it worked for me.
Congratulations again. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hey, Corio.
me and this
Hey,
young lady
Toria,
been
boo.
dating for 4 months. I mean, about 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
plus, we were co-workers for a year before we started dating. So we have a history. So it's fine. It's all right.
I will
Yeah.
say the history does make a difference. Even though me and my hubby were long distance, we were friends way before we ever got in a relationship. And so we've been friends for over 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? Been together 6. And that friendship, building that foundation or having those memories does help.
But yeah, I just wanted to get up there, spice it up a little bit, and have fun with it, and for the shits and giggles, and I think it went all right. You know what I'm saying? It didn't get too dark. It's just funny. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get too upset. It's just that when I try to speak, Tracy tends to overtalk you, so that's when I might have got a little loud. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't get disrespectful. I ain't call out her name. You know what I'm saying? I treated her like the woman she is.
Yeah, you didn't get
Whatever that
disrespectful
means.
at all, but that Rob Rax did. And hey, Choreo, he was talking under her
Hey,
clothes and talking about I'm this big and she couldn't take it and her stuff is
Yeah.
tight. And I'm like, really? Why are you up
Yeah.
there talking about her? Ooh la la. Like,
I'm
anyway,
I'm I'm gonna stay mute on that. But hey, Choreo lover, I'm about to drop down so y'all ladies can have y'all conversation. Thanks for having me up, Hood Tape.
you're welcome, Noble. You
All
have
right,
a good day and a happy Easter.
you too. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and
Peace
love.
and
bye.
love. Oh, and where you were talking about what I'm gonna do, I'm going to my mother-in-law. She's hosting this year, so we're gonna be eating some prime rib, and I don't know what else.
Oh, that sounds good. What's up, Choreo? How
Oh,
you
you mean
doing,
you guys
love?
are talking about what you're doing for Easter?
Girl,
Gotcha.
we've been
Okay.
talking about all kind of stuff like Easter
Now, what are you doing,
traditions, what's for
Charlie?
dinner, things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your
Hello?
plans?
Hello?
Choreo, can you hear us? Can you hear
Who
us?
is.
Oreo, can you hear us, boo?
Hello?
I think is she on the
I think
iPhone?
when he dropped down, she can't hear.
Drop back down and then
Hello?
drop down. Drop
Oh,
down.
God.
I'm gonna kick her down because she can't hear, but she'll hit the link again. But yeah, until she comes back, that's why I was asking you, Charlie, like, what all did you see any of the show last night on VS?
You know what? I came in. I had it in the background. I was trying to play some of it, and I like caught bits and pieces, if that makes sense. And then I
Well,
caught the ending was funny as hell though, where she was playing the music while he was talking like it was a special victims unit or something.
yeah, that shit was funny at the end. And he was talking shit too. He was popping. He was popping
The
off.
only thing I would tell her is turn the music down just a little so we
Yeah,
can
because
hear
we
him.
couldn't hardly hear Rob Rax at the. I heard bits and pieces, but he was talking his shit. But child, VS had wanted Daria to. I guess Daria was in the clouds, or maybe somebody sent her a kite. But anyway, he was up there on the panel, and like it's crazy how they'll be having a conversation, and he'll just go into something else that's really wild. And so he went into that when they was in a relationship. He said her son, the smallest one who's 7, always be coming in her room or whatnot because I guess he said it's a 2-bedroom. So the smallest son be in the room with the older son. And so he was saying, how can you hear us now, Corio?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
with the
Okay.
StreamYard, sometimes people drop down and then the next person can't hear. And they also said it might depend on what type of phone you have too.
I have an iPhone.
Yep,
Does
that's
that
what I
matter?
asked you. But you
Okay.
didn't hear me, of course. But I did say she must got an iPhone.
Oh, so is this something new with StreamYard
Yes.
iPhones? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But child, this fool, he said that her son always came into the room at night or whatever. And he said one night he had turned over, rolled over, and started hitting her from the back, right?
Uh,
And he said he had no idea that her son was in the room in the bed on her side.
who? Who?
Rob and Daria.
Oh God.
This what he brought up last night. I was just saying how we could be having, or they could be having, just a regular old conversation and just kiki, and he'll bring out the most outrageous shit. People was on the panel saying, "Why would you say that publicly? Why would you say publicly that you were having sex in bed with your girl and their child was on the other side?" And he said,
You
he was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Your child isn't."
you
Child.
know he's emotionally immature, and he always has said he wanted to be a shock jock. But he's emotionally very immature. You
I
know
was
he
just
do-
like, wow.
he doesn't really have anything else to talk about.
I was like, wow.
That's
Okay, out of all the people that
embarrassing.
could be in the sector to date, because of the fact that he makes every part of every relationship of his public, I would be very, very like cautious for the women in the future who might for some reason find him interesting or attractive or dateable. Everything about you, from how tight or loose you are, if you smell like a condiment, if just
I
different
just
things
don't.
like that.
I don't see what value he ever adds to a panel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people do what they want to do, and some people want, whatever, because some people find him very funny, and some people really like his, liking. But it's that kind of stuff that, why do you want to hurt women all the time?
I don't know. I really
It's
don't
like
know.
it's like, and plus with the way people are hitting channels, the way he talks, these people will use that to hit your channel. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yep,
I,
absolutely. But VS Daria happened to drop down. Like I said, I don't know if she was watching the clouds or got a kite, but
oh,
she dropped down and she said that he was lying. And so VS was like, "Can you please hit the link?
oh,
Did this really happen? Stuff like that." And so she said, "I can't hit the link because we are right now in a court dealing with a court case." And Rob was like,
oh,
"What court case? Girl,
oh,
I must have hollered."
good for VS. See, she still got a little content off that. You
She
see what
still
I'm
got a
saying?
little content. He was like, "What court case?" So you mean to tell me this lady is in a whole court case with him, against him, and he has no idea?
Good for VS.
Uh,
She still squeezed out a little content on that. And I'm sure she probably gonna interview Daria when she can and get the full story. You see what
probably
I'm saying?
so.
Oh yeah. Hey Charlie Boo.
Hey, my
Probably
boo for
so.
you.
Yeah. I mean, I
This
was
feel
doing
this
commentary
feels
on
like
that
old
shit.
times, don't it? Oh my god.
Yes. And I was doing commentary on him and her, when everything really hit the fan. When she was saying that she was pregnant and he was over there calling her autistic son the
So
R word. And
Oh no. See
her and
that?
New
and
Era King together now. Did you? I heard that part.
well, that's what I heard. What do they call him? He got a nickname, another nickname.
Who?
They were New Era King. They was calling New Era King something else last night.
I
Some people call him lunch meat chest, but that's side the point.
What?
they call him what?
Because he's
What?
got all that hair on his chest, and they say he's saying it looked like lunch meat. I don't know.
I have never had lunch meat
Hair
that
looks
was
like lunch meat.
that looked like hair.
You sure
I
you got
don't
that
know.
right, Charlie?
I may got it wrong, but I know they say something about his chest hair.
You mean taco meat, girl?
Yeah, that
Taco
one.
meat.
That one. That one.
You know what, Charlie? She
I
said
knew
it
it was
looked
something
like
with food.
she
I knew it was
said it
something
looked,
with food.
she said it looked like salami and bologna, Charlie. Yeah. Yeah, I heard of taco meat hood table. Yeah.
I knew it was some kind of food. Child, I don't forgot which kind of food.
Ooh, I'm so glad.
I can't even.
Because I'm sitting here like bologna, ham.
Oscar
What?
Myers got a first name. It's OSCAR.
Right. Right. But he's dating Daria now. Is that what you're saying?
My
Or
baloney got a second name.
I think I done
Charlie,
broke
that's
the
funny.
hood
I'm
table.
sorry, Charlie. That's funny.
so is he dating Daria now? Is that
No, they broke up. And it was very,
oh,
very public and very, very tragic. Girl, when she was throwing all his clothes down the stairs and throwing food at him and hitting him upside his
No,
head.
she talking about New Era King.
Oh, New Era. Okay, I'm about to say. Oh, I
And she
don't
said
know.
they
if
call
it's
him
a-
T-Dub. They call him T-Dub.
Tina, thank you, boo. Thank you, Coles. How you doing this morning?
so how does New Era King fit into the story?
Because
I'm
something happened with the bed, right? The covers was nasty, or the sheets, or what
Daria's
happened?
bed or his
Yeah,
bed?
hers. The niggas be at her house, I suppose.
Lord Jesus.
Rob Rack was over there after they only known each other for a little bit, and he was over there moved in and dragging her kids.
Mm-hmm. And hitting on her while in her house.
Remember when he threatened the one? They posted so many video clips. He had threatened to bust her child to the white meat, the oldest one, the 18 or 19-year-old, bust his head to the white meat. And he was like, "Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? Come outside so I can bust your head." I mean, this is
What?
to her
Weird.
18. Yeah, I was doing commentary on that shit like every day for like 2 weeks. I was like, you got a whole nigga over there threatening your child.
I don't care if
It
my
was
child
crazy.
18, 19, 20, 21. Ain't no man gonna threaten my child. I would take a baseball bat to him. I would play grip ball with his face.
Girl, and
What?
the one scene where Rob, he was literally face to face to her son. And doing this, you know how you be jumping at somebody? Like,
Who
I
was
dare you,
video?
you know?
Who was videotaping this?
It was Rob was videotaping, the oldest son was videotaping, and Daria. We was catching all
Girl.
angles. We was catching all angles.
So was this a play since everybody had their cameras out?
I don't
Because
think it was a play. I mean, he was like very disrespectful to her sons, calling them the R word. Dumb. I mean, it was very bad.
so instead of jumping on him with things, she
Instead of me and
rather
my grown sons jumping on,
she would have
there
rather
you go, there you
videotape.
go. Because
She rather
first
videotape
of all, if
it.
you run up on my son, they know when to respect adults and they know when not to respect adults. And he would have got very disrespected and beat the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, because
he got very,
men
very.
like Rob, teenage boys at 18, the majority of them, they haven't come into their own. They're usually still skinny. You know what I'm saying? They don't have,
Oh, my
they're
boys play
they're
sports.
not.
They was big. They was big.
I
That
said not
oldest
all.
one, two
Yeah, not
forty, all
all of
muscle,
them,
6'2".
but
Not
most
all of
of
them,
them.
but he would have got fucked up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, not all of them are skinny.
Yeah, that's what I said. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So men tend to, they're a little bit hesitant to, depending on the child, a little bit. Sophie, that little bit hesitant. Is her son skinny? Because I don't understand why him and her didn't double team him. Because let's be honest, Rob drinks too much and stuff too, and smokes to be really healthy. You know what I'm saying? He could get took by a grown woman. And you see what I'm saying? You could sneak him. You could wait till he sleep. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend that sold her abusive boyfriend in the bed with fishing wire, and her son got baseball bats and beat him almost half to death. They went to prison, but still, you can
Yeah.
you can sneak a man and do it. He'd have got out of my house.
Oh, it would have been on and popping, and that's
Uh,
any
he,
motherfucker. It
didn't-
would have been on and popping.
The
he ain't have
first
no.
time. It wouldn't have been, it was multiple times though, Corio, that he disrespected her
Yeah,
sons
this
to their
was a
face.
span of weeks and months. It wasn't even a one
I would
time
have
thing.
beat the bejesus out of him after the first time. Because what you not going to do is come in my house and lay up rent free and talk to my kid that way. Hell to the
Oh,
no, to the no, no, no.
he wasn't helping with the bills.
He ain't got no job. How you going to help with the bills?
I think he was buying food or something. When when the last straw, when she was throwing his stuff out, he was like, "This is my food. This is my food." They arguing over what's in the refrigerator, what's his. He took all the kids' snacks, all kind of shit.
Are you serious? Because it did look like he was in a hotel last
He
night.
was in a hotel. He's been in a hotel for damn near the last 6 months, because every time they would get into it, he would go to the hotel and he would go live because her son, the youngest one, the one that's autistic, 7 years old, he would always be like, Mom, why is he so loud? Because Rob would be in her basement on
Oh,
YouTube all night drinking, and he would
oh,
be loud. You know how he is, loud and screaming and all that shit. And so her youngest son would get, like, why is he so loud? Why is he, da 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 da. So I mean, they made all
that
this
breaks,
public, every argument, everything.
that breaks
Her
my.
pregnancy that some people believe wasn't even true. Her saying she got the, abortion. And then she come back and said she lied about being pregnant because of this. And then I really had it. And then she said she pregnant again by somebody else. It's just been a whole bunch of shit over there, like
Now
within the
is
last, yeah.
now is she new, or has she been over in the Mo 3 sector or
No,
black
no,
sector?
she'd been here for a while, but she went by another name. They know her in Avatar Nation as Barney.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what we talking about, Corio. If you ever heard of Barney from the Avatar Nation days,
Yes.
that's who Daria is.
Wow. She didn't have any brothers or cousins or the police. She just let him clown. Because remember, Tracy called the police on his ass when he was cutting up. Remember?
Yeah, and did you know that they both been banned from Airbnb because of that first incident when they was at the Airbnb?
Yes.
They are
Yes.
banned for life. I did not
Yes.
know that they were both banned for life from
Yes.
Airbnb. I did not know that.
Tracy told that when that was in part of Tracy's Rob Rack story.
I did not know that. But they said it last night on they were talking about it last night on VS. I said, "What?"
Yes. When you get kicked out and the police get called, and if the host calls Airbnb and reports you, you get banned.
But see, check this, Corio and Charlie in chat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it came to the pregnancy or whatever, she had, remember Charlie when she said she was pregnant, then she said she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't, then she said she lied because she felt stupid or she felt embarrassed, then she was going to have abortion, then she said I'm not, then she said she went, then she didn't, she was like, it sounded like she was flip-flopping and lying. And so I never really believed that she had it or didn't have it.
What's up?
But they saying she's pregnant now.
What by who?
New era.
Jesus Lord. What is wrong with these women lying and saying they're pregnant? Because we know who else did it. Lying and saying they're
Mm,
pregnant and then come, you know what? Is it for the
I do not know. I mean, just from my history of knowing women around my parts who might have done it, that I might been affiliated with or just knew of or knew by way of somebody else.
yeah.
Sometimes people will lie and say they're pregnant because they want to try to keep a man and they think that that's going to work. And then later down the line, oh, I lost it. Oh, whatever, whatever.
I think that's
But
exactly what it was. I think it was two reasons why she made up that whole. I think that whole thing was fake. I think the pregnancy now is fake. I think that whole thing is. There's two reasons. One, to try to keep a man. Two, a storyline, content. She using fake pregnancies for content and attention. That's what I think.
But
yep.
you're gonna lie and say you pregnant to keep Rob Rack?
But check this out, Corey. And check this out. Hey, Barn Dog, how you doing, boo? And let me read some of the comments. They said, "Hey, Charlie," in the
What up,
chat.
Barn Dog?
They said, "What is
Youngest.
wrong? What is wrong? Good. I would never deal with a woman like that."
Right.
Hey, youngest. Okay, check this out, you guys. Okay, so check this out. So,
Oh my God.
what happened? What?
I'm just still mentally tripping. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I'm
okay. Check
it
this out,
shouldn't
though,
have came.
Corio. You about to really be tripping, okay?
Yeah.
So when people were asking her, like, why would you date him after you saw like his pattern? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? His skilo, his MO.
Right.
You know what she said? She said because she said she been watching the sector and been around here for years,
She
right?
has.
So what
Yes.
she said was, I never saw the shit go down with him and Tracy, but you've been around this sector for years and you missed all of that.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that.
I don't
That
believe that.
Tracy and Rob Rack were the talk of
It was everywhere.
For months
Everybody.
and months in every
for
sector.
for months. For
That,
months.
I'm gonna say this, like that was like the hugest storyline. And when Rob got arrested, like you can't tell me you didn't know about the Tracy stuff. You
For
can't
months.
tell me.
Because right, Charlie. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right, boo. You shoot. We were both saying the same thing. Everybody was talking about it, and their mama.
For months, because once the trip was over, they were arguing back and forth and going live on each other. And Rob would go, remember, he would go live and people would hit his panel. And there's no way if you were in especially black sector and beef sector, you didn't know about Rob Rack and Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, for a while, it was a big deal trying to figure out who called the police on him. Remember? Oh my God. Do y'all remember the time? This was after Tracy, that he was on there threatening the popo and somebody called
And
the
then
police.
somebody called the cops. Yep.
And he was walking down the street. Remember, he was yelling into his phone.
Yep. And Octavius was on the phone telling him to tell them you're live, and Tracy screaming because she thought he was about to get popped. Was that the one or was that a different one?
That was the first time.
One, but you're right, but that was Big Dirt who was yelling into the phone and everything.
Oh, I thought it was Octavius.
It was Big Dirt. You know who that is? Vic Damone. Remember?
That's what I meant. I'm sorry, Octavius.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Oh,
Octavius,
okay.
if he listening in the clouds, I don't think he watches me, but thank you. Thank you. When you said Big Dirt, I still didn't realize who you was talking about.
Well, Shaquem is Little
Dirt. That was
Dirt.
Vic Damone. Yep, that was Vic Damone.
Big Dirt, Little Dirt.
Yeah.
Girl, you should have said hole in the ceiling. I would have caught on then. You said Big Dirt. I'm like, who? Big Dirt? No.
A hole in the ceiling. That's true. That is true.
Oh no, and have you said? Oh, you've been missing this. He been running around talking crap about Lemon, and I've been like, how you gonna talk crap about anybody when you got a big ass hole in your ceiling?
It's more than one, but the one is huge.
I saw it when I used to watch him. When I first found out about him, I used to go over there to see what he was about. Mm-hmm. But I saw that shit and I was like, whoa, ain't no way I'm gonna go live in a room with a hole in at least I'm gonna make sure the camera ain't showing Nothing
Right.
like that. But let me see what Cole said. But also, she said that Rob is either the first black man she's dated. Oh yeah, she did say she's used to dating people who are not black. She said that was the first person she dated in a while because she used to dating foreign guys, and they were together for years before that. But do y'all remember when she said he gave her herpes?
Wait, who
Uh-huh.
Daria.
said who gave her? Wait, who?
Rob Rack.
Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Father,
Mm-hmm.
father,
Mm-hmm.
father.
She sure did. She said, "You gave me herpes, and you know you had herpes." Girl, when I say this was a whole fiasco, I was literally covering this shit for like weeks. Like,
And
oh
what?
my God, now she got herpes. They said he got herpes. They had a whole conversation. She hit his panel. You know you got herpes. Da, da, da. Child. And he
And
was like,
what?
"Did I give you herpes?" Yeah, you gave me herpes. It was
What?
mhm.
Charlie, Charlie.
Herpes gate. Mm-hmm.
I hate you for saying, Charlie. I'm so mad at you for saying that. Mm.
Charlie, what you say, Charlie?
Child, I don't even know what I said. I got
She said herpy gate.
Oh,
I'm
that was
done.
me.
Oh,
that
that
was
was.
her.
That was
Mhm.
Oh,
me.
I thought that was Charlie.
Oh, no, let me tell you this though. When she was covering Herpegate or whatnot,
Oh
I
God.
I jumped up in. I was like, "How you gonna brag about having the hurt, man? That stuff don't go
Right.
away.
That's nothing you want to bring up. The things, see, that's
Like
why a lot of us
if you're gonna
suffer
lie
the
about an
same.
STD, at least make it curable."
Making something curable. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people who come on here with these stories and storylines aren't, I know you're embarrassed. Like she said she lied about being pregnant because she was embarrassed, or she said she wasn't because she was embarrassed, but she really was. But she said she got herpes from him. And I'm like, even if you did get herpes or chlamydia, whatever, why would you let the public know? That would be some shit that nobody but me, God, and the motherfucking doctor
I
would
think
know something about.
with Rob Rack and the way he talks and stuff, and the way he acts when something ends, I think she probably wants to hurt him and embarrass him, probably the way he's embarrassing her. And she's not thinking. She's just like, okay, you said that about me. I'm gonna say this about you. And it's just sound like neither one are really emotionally mature.
Hey,
I
Big
think they
Man
all special
TV.
needs, but that's just me.
Shut up,
Barn
Charlie.
Dog said, any woman who jumps from man to man to the next homie, friends tell a lot about their integrity. You
Who she
said
jump?
Rob going to jail, the storyline. Yeah, that's what happened. Him going to jail did kill the storyline. Hey, Brown Beauty, how you doing?
He went to
What up, big man?
jail again.
No, no, no. They were talking about when he was with Tracy.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Once he got arrested on the street, and they tackled. They made him get. Remember, he wouldn't
That
get
was
down on
scary.
the ground.
Hmm.
They were telling him get down. They had their guns pulled, and
And
he was
everybody was recording.
yes, and he wouldn't get down on the ground. And they told. Remember, they snatched his phone and turned it off. He just was not complying, and I was like, please don't let them. Please, not on.
I
Just.
thought we was gonna see something. But that's why Tracy was screaming. I still remember. I can hear
I know,
her
right?
wailing. Not a scream. It was a wail. She was
Yes,
wailing.
because he would not comply, and he was trying to yell into the phone. You know what I'm saying? It just that was awful,
Yep,
awful.
it was.
It
And
was.
hey, good morning, Big Man TV. How you doing, love? And Shevex said that was crazy and dumb at the same time. Somebody laughing when you said big dirt. They said Brown Beauty said the shitty basement. Who got a shitty basement? Oh my God.
I
Who
think
got a
they talking
shitty
about
basement?
Vic.
Ooh,
Big. It's big. Vic's, yeah.
why he got a
Um,
shitty basement? What, he got a
His
whole bunch of
whole
dogs?
his house. Yeah, he has pit bulls, and
Oh,
I think he
wow.
tries to call them, and they may be, I don't know much about pit bulls, but he calls them blue nose, or anyway, they're like supposed to be high class, high level pit bulls. And I think maybe he says he sells the puppies or whatever. But I do
Mm-hmm.
know that people have called his basement that. I've never seen it. Um, I will say this though. Vic
Mm-hmm.
is Vic has a beautiful relationship with his daughter.
Yeah.
Vic is a great dad. I will say that. So I'm gonna give
Hmm.
you that, Vic. But the rest of that stuff, you need to work on.
Yep. And I
The-
just
the-
want to highlight this comment because somebody said the hood table ZX was dragging you. Yeah, I was there. I was there. I was there. Anything else? Anything else? I was there. I know he looks better than me. He looks better than every man on here. I know. He looks way better than the hood table. I know he was over there dragging me about my looks last night, late last night. I dropped down in the chat and asked why was he dragging me and why was people sending him pictures of me out the blue? Because me and him ain't never had no issue. Yeah, I was over there in the chat. You didn't see me in the chat? I dropped down. I made several comments in the chat. You didn't see me?
Maybe he blocked you so you couldn't say nothing back.
I no, my comments was in the chat.
no, he was reading them.
Yeah, he was reading my comments, and other people was reading my comments.
I don't know why he going after people who ain't did shit to him.
I didn't do nothing to him.
I think
Like his thing, keep your beef on because you mad at somebody else. Don't take it out on the hood table. He took it out on me. He took it out on Mom Global. And these people ain't did shit to him just because he mad at somebody else. Leave people alone, then they did shit to you.
I know he said I should keep the camera off, and I know he looks better than me.
why
I know he looks better than me. You're a very handsome. You're a very handsome, sharp, older man. Very very handsome, very regal. You know all that. I know you look better than me. ZX. I know you look better than me.
right.
I'm just an ugly old woman over here who likes to come on camera sometime and who has been doing it for years. Doing it for years. I've been coming on camera for years. So if somebody's sending you pictures of me, what I look like on camera, it's okay. But that also means that you really haven't been watching me for that long because I'm also on camera every Sunday when I go live with Big Rigs for our On the Block to the Hood Table, segment. And the person in the chat talking about now I sound like a hater. Why
You know
why do
what?
I
Block
sound
them.
like a hater?
Charlie blocked them.
I got them. But why do I sound like a hater? I wasn't the one saying I'm going to post people pictures on my community wall. Why am I the hater? I'm giving him his props and saying he looks handsome. He looks very handsome.
Right.
The beard, the bald head, he looks very handsome. He looks better than me. Okay, he looks better than me. I'm giving him compliments
Can you
and
take that off
praises.
the screen, please? Because I don't want to say anything. I'm just going
I'm
to keep
giving him compliments and I'm giving him praises. He's the most handsome man on the internet. He puts me to shame. ZX puts me to shame.
Oh Lord, Charlie, I'm holding
Yeah,
on.
we on the porch right now, Corio. We on the porch, baby.
I'm holding on. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. He puts me to shame. I'm so embarrassed that I don't look as good as grown folks. I'm ashamed.
Oh Jesus.
I'm ashamed. Corio, we got to be good cheering. We got to be good cheering.
Oh.
Me and Corio's trying to be good. We trying to be good.
Oh, hold up.
You gonna be all right, hood table. Girl, you gonna make it. You gonna make it through, girl. You gonna. Oh my God, you've been coming on camera for about 8 or 9 years, girl. On about three of your channels. Girl.
I even do cake decorating, and I show my face when I'm trying to do cake decorating, and I'm trying to show people how to decorate custom cakes. And I just thought sometimes you guys might want to see me.
Oh God.
Like, old beef sector days where people just come on camera.
Yes. You weren't considered a content creator unless you came on camera. But see, people that's only been over here for a few years don't know that. And somebody I think they were trying to act like they were you had a camera slip or something.
I'm so ugly. I'm just
Oh,
so ugly.
uh, mm, mm. Ooh, Charlie.
Big forehead gang, big
Oh,
forehead gang. Hashtag big forehead gang.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
I'm so sorry that I came on camera and you were just disgusted.
Oh,
I'm
Charlie.
so sorry you were just disgusted with my appearance.
Charlie.
And that I don't look as great or as beautiful as some of these other ladies, on the internet. I'm just I try. I
Charlie.
try. Baba.
Charlie.
I try, Baba.
He
I
said you was
try.
a hooker.
I
Oh my
I
God.
I try. I'll do
not,
better. I'll do
not
better.
Baba.
That's what he calls himself.
Yeah, mama, hood table,
Mama.
mama. You sure you not cute, mama, hood table,
I just don't know.
girl,
Uh,
mama. Okay, I'm gonna quit because I'll start
everybody
saying
has their good days and everybody has their bad days, but I try. I'll do better. I'll do better. I'll go get some facials or some makeovers or something, or I don't know.
remember that
Some mud mask. I
remember
don't
that
know.
he used to do the big makeovers. Remember that? Back in the day, they used to do the makeovers on people.
Yes.
Maybe they ought to do that in the beef sector for people that have been showing their faces for 9 years, but to make it okay for him. So they
If
ought to.
anybody don't know what I look like or didn't know what I look like, it was because they don't follow me like that. They don't support me. Because when I found out that he was over there yesterday and people were sending him pictures of me, I was like, why are people sending him pictures of me? Everybody already knows what I look like. And I'm not scared. I've never been scared to come online. When I first created my first channel years ago, I was on camera every time. I know I'm not the most beautiful person in the world, but I'm also not insecure either.
I don't know why
I'm
he
not
thinks it's a
insecure.
read in the first place. Because here's my thing. I'm gonna say it just the only way I know how. You can't throw stones in glass houses. You just can't. Sit your little ass down, quit attacking people, your old ass down, who ain't did shit to you. Now I can understand if they did something to you, they talked about you, whatever. But what the fuck has the hood table ever did to you? Not a damn thing. Just because you mad at somebody else. Stop attacking people who ain't did shit to you. Stop making up lies. And I know you're going to come at me again. Do I give a fuck? Hell no, I don't care. Call me every white bitch in the book. I don't give a fuck. I'm fat and I like cake. I ain't going to stop eating cake. It ain't going to change it. Just like this ain't going to change the hood table for showing her beautiful ass face every damn day if she want to.
And Cold World said, and you're very talented, but nobody cares what he thinks. Otherwise, she wouldn't have came on camera today after knowing what he was saying. Yeah, he came. This was last night. And I was like, well, let me come on camera again since I'm so appalling and I'm so disgusting to look at. I just,
Girl,
Oh no.
I'm so mad I'm almost crying, but I'm holding.
Let me say
I am
this.
holding.
Okay, so I snitched on him knowing I didn't have to. All the mods could see. BS could see herself. So why do I have to say a thing? I didn't snitch on shit. But if I wanted to, I could have. Mama Global supposedly has a trash life. That's bullshit. Now the hood tab is ugly. So why are you attacking other people who you see as easy targets, huh? That's what you're trying to do? Because you don't think we won't say nothing back or we, bullshit. Stop going after innocent people that ain't did shit to you.
It made it seem like to me that he's trying to collect things on people that he knows a certain person likes a lot.
That's exactly it.
Because I'm sure he didn't just toss that picture away. I'm sure he put it in his hood table file. Of course, he's going to say there's no files, but we know better.
Messed up
and
shit
thank you
is
for becoming a member, Harper Sean. Thank you so much. I
That's
appreciate
so
you, boo.
sweet. Thank
all
you.
the people that he's coming after ain't did nothing but ever show him respect. All the people that he's coming after ain't never did a damn thing to him but be nice to him. And so you're going to come after innocent people because you're mad at another person. Why? They ain't got shit to do with it. The hood table ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Mama Global ain't got nothing to do with it. We keep naming names just because we're close to a person you don't like. How is that fair? How is that okay? It's not.
You know, anyway, I'm just gonna I'm angry all over, but all over again. I'm just gonna be quiet, even though right now I'm talking. I'm just so upset and hurt that people still allow. We should have beat his ass back with a pole when he first started coming over here. But a lot of these desperate ass women would let him up or kept letting him up on their panels, letting him twerk around in their chats, and now they're doing the same thing. And I mean, he's just so disrespectful to women. Is unbelievable. I'm gonna say this and I don't give a damn. He's one of those men, a lot of men, and I'm not talking saying they're gay at all. A lot of men just don't like women. They want to have sex with them. They want them to have their babies. They want them to cook and clean for them and take care of the house. But they don't want, and that's about it. Otherwise, they're disrespectful to their wives, their girls, their women. And I've always seen him as that type, because that's all he wants to say for the most part is what women look like, and if they don't do everything he wants them to do, then he starts cussing you out and doing all that. And I'm just disappointed. Believe it or not, I didn't think I could be even more disappointed in how he acts as a 60-year-old man that claims he respects and likes black women, and we know he doesn't. I'm just shocked that you are going after the people surrounding someone. That's tacky. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
exactly.
I thought you were strong and you went after the people that that you were going at, that were going with, you were in a beef with. What do you think, honestly, is going to hurt the people surrounding the person? Because you see, Charlie's not phased, Hood Table's not phased. I'm sure Mama Global, is that her name? Not,
Yes, ma'am.
because we don't expect much from you, to be honest. But I'm still kind of disappointed that you're not brave enough to go after who you really want to go after.
What bothers me about the situation is, you know, take out the equation of even myself. What Mama Global don't do shit to nobody. The Hood Table don't do shit to
You
nobody.
don't do anything to anybody, Charlie. Charlie, don't take yourself out of the equation. You
But
don't.
like, it pisses me off because here's the thing. Like, I can understand if we had a beef, if somebody had said something disrespectful, or any of that stuff. But none of that's been done. You're just going after people because you're angry at one person. That's just wrong. And if
Right.
like it'd be like one of us going after one of his mods or his people just
Right.
because we're mad at him. That's why would we do? That's wrong. You don't do that. It
No.
ain't his people's fault for what he do.
Right.
You-
Sometimes I wonder if he's, not going, because see, the person we're talking about that we're not naming will leave his ass twisted in the wind, skinned alive. So I guess it's just easier to go after everybody else, because we all know that the person that we're not saying will, like I said, skin him alive and leave him twisting in the wind. So you want to go after the low hanging fruit. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yep. What
And
up, big bro Ken?
we just not gonna, it's just, we not gonna let it phase. The three of us are gonna uplift each other. So no matter what you do, it's like the three musketeers are up here, and we're gonna take care of each other and support each other, and you just gonna bounce off like rubber. You know, get
But when he said she looks old, I am old. I'm older than some people over here. Like, I don't understand that comment. She looks old because you're older than me.
right.
I don't.
Right. I know. I guess he was trying to say that by going by your voice, what he said was going by your voice, it doesn't match what he was looking at.
Hold
Like
on, let me go out and come back
uh,
in because I don't know what the hell is going on. My camera is not off, so I don't know what the hell happened. Hold on one second. I'll be back.
can you hear me, Charlie?
I can hear you good. Can you hear?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you, babe. But
Okay.
yeah, we're not. The three of us are going to be standing strong. We're not going to let it phase us. And the person that you're upset with is not going to be phased. They don't give a F either.
What it is, I'm gonna say this: what the person is trying to do is they're trying to get that other person to jump, right?
Exactly.
And it's not gonna work because here's the thing: the other person knows. Oh, and Big Brother Ken, it's Baba. He's trying to attack the hood table for no reason. He came after
He
me. He came
did.
after Mama Goble.
He did
Just
attack her.
yeah, he attacked her for no reason. Not try to, did. And I think, in my opinion, it's because you're wanting that other person up. Well, it's not going to make them jump. So you're not going to get what you want out of this. So why even do it? Why go after innocent people? It makes you look like a bully. It makes you look bad.
He's scared of who he's really upset with. And I'm going to say, you need to be scared, sir. Because we in the B sector know that ain't no joke who you mad at.
And the sad
So
part is it was just because she wanted she don't and the reason he's mad at me is because all I simply said, and it's the truth. Tulsa was trying to be lied on one day. She's a mod for BS now, right? And I got there, I said, Tulsa's not blocking anybody. If she was, I would say it, right? It's the truth. Just like when VS had that live, I said, VS, don't be on the phones like that. She don't. That's just her. You know what I'm saying? There's very few people I can count it on one hand. I can tell you the exact person, right? She just don't. And if you don't like the truth, I'm sorry. The truth shall set you free. Right. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't gonna let a lie be told on somebody. Even if it was him, I would have jumped up there and said, no, he ain't doing that, so y'all ain't gonna lie on him. I would do the same thing for any person on my team because I don't want my team to look bad.
Right. And I just, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I was just caught off guard. I was just caught off guard. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I just was caught off guard because I'm like,
you said, Charlie,
I was just on your panel.
She ain't hardly, she knows exactly what's going on. And she gonna do what it do, whatever it is. She's not.
Say one little thing. Can you hear me, Corio?
Yeah.
I'll just make sure. Okay.
Can you hear me, Corio?
I don't think you can hear the hood.
Corio, can you hear me?
No, I can't.
She can't hear you, boo. That's, so you got to drop down to come back, Corio.
I just dropped her. She'll know to come back. And if she's listening, she'll know to come back. But it just caught me off guard because I was just on his panel the other week. He was on my panel, and because of something somebody said to him that was on my panel, I don't even remember what they said about him or to him, but that he was dragging me last night for my appearance. And I'm not mad. I'm not trying to get in no
I'm gonna tell you why I'm upset. Hood table
dragging session with him. I was just caught off guard and just kind of surprised.
I'm kind of hurt, and I'll tell you why. Because when the Quay situation happened, when my moderator, Big Pretty Woman Quay, passed, right? He did a thing for it. I'm always giving him his flowers for that situation. You know what I'm saying? And he was even trying to make me a mod at that time. And I was like, cool if you do, cool if you don't. I don't really, I'm not that person who cares about that stuff, right? I just support whoever. And I was supporting him even when they were fighting back then. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why you take it out on everybody else. Like Mama Global didn't deserve it. What the hell did she do? Like the hood table, tell me an actual real thing that one of us have actually done to you, really done, and talked about you in a bad way. You can't. You just can't.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to dwell on it too much longer because again, I know this is the B sector. Anybody can get it. I was just kind of surprised that I was getting it and I didn't even give anything. So I'm like, I was kind of just caught off guard, you know. Can you hear me now, babe?
Yes, I just
Okay.
wonder what's going on with stream. It seems like they might have changed something.
It's been like that for quite some time. People have that
Really?
issue when somebody drop down. If they have an iPhone, they can't hear some of the
Okay.
people on
Ooh,
the
I
back
gotta
on the.
go cook. I love you. I gotta go cook though.
Oh,
Love
you
you too, boo.
do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go make some pancakes and some eggs and some bacon.
Oh, ooh, I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute.
I love y'all.
I love
Love
you
you
too,
too, boo. Have a
Charlie.
good day and
All
happy
right.
Easter.
Yeah, I'll
Happy
see you.
Easter.
Yeah,
Bye.
All right.
bye.
I'm gonna try to drop down and see if that keeps it from messing up Coreo's stuff.
Okay.
Good luck. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me? Hey,
Yes.
table.
Yes, I hear you.
I can't hear you. Let me drop back down again. I'll just give me a,
You
a
can't hear
minute.
me? Okay. That's crazy. I don't know. With the StreamYard, I don't know what's going on, but it's happening to a lot of people. It's happening to a lot of people. But I don't see to the table trying to F on you, so I don't understand. I don't know either. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, child. But anyway, did you see last night after Rob Less BS, he made a few different lives? No. Hold on, let me make sure this you, boo?
It's me.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
Last
I don't
night.
know. It's StreamYard. I don't
Oh,
know.
Rob went live. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see those. Cole, I didn't see those last night. I saw Rick Reed after that. And then,
Yes.
I had got word that, I was being dragged on somebody's panel. And then I went over there for that. And then I went back and finished Rick Reed's video. And then I went to bed. So then I got up this morning. I felt like, doing a Easter Eve morning show, just to come chop it up with you guys. And,
Are you doing an Easter basket for the baby?
yes, we're doing Easter baskets.
Oh, is he going? Are
Mhm.
you going to do an Easter hunt in your backyard, or you just giving him the
No,
basket?
it's
Okay.
muddy. It's muddy.
Oh, okay.
It's been
Okay.
raining.
Gotcha.
Like for the last few days, it's been raining, so it's muddy
Okay.
outside. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say this real quick to the person that we weren't naming. I don't mean any harm. I didn't mean any harm. I wasn't throwing shade. I just, know that what's going on, you ain't never scared. And I'll just leave it at that. And that's what I was trying to convey. I wasn't trying to convey anything else but you're strong and you ain't never scared. Okay. That's
hmm
all I wanted to say.
That's
You
okay,
know.
babe. And
Okay.
Nisi Poo said I was kind of surprised that she's repeating what I said because I said I was kind of surprised that I was getting it and I wasn't giving anything. Nisi said I'm 65 years old and don't get into mess, but this tickled me the table.
When did you say I was kind of surprised
Oh,
that I was
you had dropped down because you couldn't
oh,
hear me. But I had
okay.
just because I said I don't want to dwell on it. I'm not mad. I'm not about to be going back and
Yeah.
forth with him and
Yeah.
arguing with him because I have no big again, I don't know why it's being done. I ain't tripping. Hey, it's the B sector. Everybody can get it. I just said I was really surprised that I was getting it and I wasn't even given anything. That's what I was saying.
Gotcha.
I was
Gotcha.
caught off guard. I was surprised. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I
Yeah.
was just on your panel last week. You was on my panel, but oh well,
That's the thing. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let go. And then when they think that this has moved on and you don't answer me. When they think that this has cooled off and time has passed, they're gonna try, you see what I'm saying? They're gonna try to hit your panel again. You see what I'm saying? That's the way you know, a lot of people do, you know, and they think you have forgotten or whatever, but don't say anything at the table. That's just me, you know, talking.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm done with it.
yeah, I'm
He can
done.
drag me and all that for how I
Yeah,
look and
yeah.
old lady gang and all
Oh
that kind
well,
of stuff, you
we're
know.
all old lady gang because you and I are around the same age, so who cares, you know? Because like anyway, so are you? Do you have a lot of cakes and stuff to bake for tomorrow
I
or
ain't doing
cookies?
shit. I ain't doing shit. I had talked about that yesterday and this morning.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Um
I missed it. I'm
normally,
sorry.
yeah, normally it's the, you know, either my mom's, but she passed, you know, and then, you know, after that it was
Oh,
my
yeah.
godmom, and I still do go over her house for a lot of the holidays.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, she had texted me the other day to tell me what time dinner was. But, you know,
Mhm.
I was just like, I just want to chill. I just want to be catered to. I don't want to clean up. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to cook. I don't want to bake. I just don't want to do anything. And so my
Yeah.
homegirl hit me up like out of blue, like telling me literally the same thing I just told y'all. And she said, "How about we go out?"
Oh yes, yes. I love hanging with my girlfriends when
Mm-hmm.
it's people are gathered around and doing stuff in big crowds and big groups as somebody. I just want to. I love it when we get together. Like what do they call it? Galentine's Day.
Oh
You know
yeah,
when
for
you get.
Valentine's, yeah, for February. Mhm.
Yeah, you just get with your girls and go have fun. So, what kind of food do you think y'all gonna get?
We're going to a steakhouse. There's a
Oh,
steakhouse here that's, you know, really nice. Their food is really good. So that's where we're going. It's going to be me, her mom, and some of her family and some of her other friends. And we already made
oh,
our reservations. We made our reservations the other
oh,
day.
okay.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna swing
wow.
by her house. Huh?
I said, oh, wow, because you do like a good steak.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna go by her house, and I don't eat steaks all the time. So when I usually eat steak, it's usually involved in a recipe, not just a whole steak.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like going to those hibachi type places where they cook
Yeah.
like the shrimp and the chicken and the steak, you know,
Yes.
over
Yes.
rice or over. Yeah, I like it like that. I'm not really fond of just eating steak by itself like that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like it cut up and, you know, sliced up and things in meals. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, we're gonna head to her mom's and we're gonna, or either to my godmom's. I'll probably do a little hopping around my cousins and, you know, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Just depends on how the day go, how long we be there, you know, if there's
Mm-hmm.
a long wait, you know, so it's gonna be a time management type of thing
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. But
Mm-hmm.
Nisi said, actually, I thought you had fallen in love, started a new relationship. You're looking fabulous. Oh,
Oh, that is why. Oh, that is so sweet.
that is too sweet. No, I ain't
That
falling in
is so.
love. I have hope. I have hope. Keep hope alive, right? Keep hope alive.
I don't mind. I'm very happy. You know, the single life is very nowadays you could, you know, back in the day when you were single, people had an issue and they thought you were gonna be an old maid and stuff. But now when you're single, there's a lot of women I see on not TikTok, but on YouTube where women are just like young women also, especially them, they're just like, nah, I'm good. Have you noticed that? They're doing videos and stuff about they just don't want to be bothered because they say men today are tripping and stuff.
Hmm.
So I think that I'm good. I'm good.
I'm like, if it happens, it happens.
But true. True.
I'm not in a rush. You know,
True.
I'm too old to
Yeah.
be trying to rush into a relationship. It's like I'm good. My
Yeah.
home is good. My life
Yeah.
is good. My kids, my grandkids,
Right.
I'm good. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, most people, you know, wants to be booed up in good, healthy relationships. But me, I will continue to be patient until, you know, I run
Right.
into the one. But
Right.
I'm not rushing. I'm not desperate. I'm not, even though I
Right.
might be ugly and have a big forehead and I
Oh,
look old, I'm not rushing,
oh
you know,
God.
to, you know, meet anyone, or if it happens, it happens. You know,
Oh
that's how I
God.
feel.
You know, and exactly what Cole's world said. The dating pool is so tainted nowadays. It is. It is. And I think
Mm-hmm.
men, I've also watched a lot of videos, Hood Table, where women have had to whip out their phones and video because a man will ask them out or ask for their phone number. And all the woman says, and she's not mean or nasty, she'll just say, no, thank you. And they get mad and they, walk up on them and, they get angry. And so a lot of times nowadays, women are kind of scared because men seem aggressive. They can't take rejection. Have you seen those videos? You have?
Yeah, I've seen those
Yeah.
videos. I mean, I don't, I came across a few. I came across a few. But yeah, and I understand. I mean, I understand why a lot of women sometimes it's just like you keep running into like the same, you
Yeah.
know, type
Yeah.
of situation, or you
Yeah.
find yourself involved with somebody who's unfaithful,
Yeah.
somebody who is a cheater or,
Yeah.
or worse. And some
Yeah.
people just fed up and some people just need a break. They just need to be by
Yeah.
themselves and, just get
And I'm
themselves together and make sure they're in a better
yeah.
place before they start dating again because it's not healthy to move relationship to relationship to relationship either without giving yourself like
Right.
a break. You have to sometimes pause and sit back and reflect,
Right. Right.
on yourself, your
Right.
life and your needs and your wants.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just at the point where I don't want somebody, what we having for dinner? Where we going? What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um uh what you want to do something? Sure. What do you want to do? I don't know. You choose. It's like, you see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? It's just like
Mhm.
I want peace. I just want peace for right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just me and my dog, not worrying about, you didn't answer. I called you. What were you doing? Where were
Mhm.
you at?
Right.
I don't want any of that. I've cleared my mind, and I like peace. But I think a
Mhm.
lot too depends on what city you're in.
Yeah, I think that does too. And Cole said, and I don't want no download man, so I try to study the signs. You have to study the signs, child,
You
because
better.
I mean, it's like over the years, the amount of men to choose from has dwindled down a
Yeah.
whole lot. And
Yeah.
it's because a lot of them might be into
Yeah.
the same, gender or, into different races or, things like that. So, but hey,
When you
I
hit
again.
about For women, when you hit about 45 or 50, um they call a lot of times men that have gone through their younger years, being, dating a lot of people, breaking a lot of hearts, not committing, doing what they want to do, what, you know what I'm saying, and just being, I guess, their authentic selves. We'll just call it that. And then when they get older and they start slowing down, breaking down, their health starts, going. Then they want to settle down with somebody. They
Mhm,
call that nurse with a purse. You want
mhm.
a woman that's established. She might be retired. She got her pension. You know what I'm saying, or she's established.
They done sold all the wild oats they could sow,
Yes. And
you
then
know.
now that
Mhm,
they got high blood pressure, diabetes, things not working the way they should, you know what I'm talking about. Then they
mhm.
call that a nurse with a purse. You want somebody to take care of you.
Mhm.
And women of all ages are wising up,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And Nisi said it's dangerous. I've known my friend before my second marriage. He has his place. I have my place. He's generous, genuine, and kind. I'm a hothead, fussy, and a shopper. We are compatible. I heard that.
Oh, that
You definitely
sounds
got to be
perfect.
compatible.
That
And
sounds
that's what I want.
perfect.
I want somebody who has their own place. I have mine. I can visit you
Yes.
sometime and vice versa. We
Yes.
don't have to be under each other all the time because I said
Yes.
before, I don't want to live with another man again until
Mm,
I'm married. Not
right.
before, not while engaged,
Right.
not
Right.
not before at
Right.
all. It has to be
Right.
afterwards. Then after that, we're gonna get a place together.
Right. Right.
I'm not moving in your shit. You're not moving in my shit. We're gonna get a place together.
Right. And
So
you got to be careful because they also talk about hobo with a B, hobosexuals. Have you
mhm.
seen the videos about that? Men,
uh, mm,
men that want to move in with you and they ain't got. I
oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw this one guy. He was giving a tutorial for hobosexuals with a
What?
B, hobo. He was giving men hobosexuals. He was teaching them how to find the perfect woman to move in with and not pay any bills.
Oh wow.
Yes,
That's
he's
crazy.
yes, and you should have heard some of the stuff, some of the ways to get women. It was disgusting. It was
That's crazy.
it was disgusting. But he was giving class on how to be a hobosexual and move in with a woman.
Wow.
How
And
to treat
Cosworth said, cheating on me with a woman, I'm mad. Cheating on me with a man, I'm going to jail. But let me rebuke that in the name of the knock on wood, child. Knock on wood. Knock on
oh,
wood. We don't
Kuzma.
want you in jail. And yeah, the whole there are guys out here who specifically try to get with women who are doing well in life, have a lot of money or great jobs, have their own
Nurse with a
property,
purse. Yep.
things like that. I'm not trying to be taking care of
Mhm.
nobody.
Yeah.
Shit.
See, and you would be
Hey,
like
white
a nurse.
Tanya.
You would be a nurse with a purse. You see what I'm saying? Because you have your own home, you have a business, a cake business, you have a great job. You know what I'm saying? You're independent, your children are grown. You know what I'm saying? So you would be a prime target to be a nurse with a purse or for a hobosexual. You see what I'm saying? You're a prime target. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know
hey,
how
white
you
Tanya, how you doing?
I don't know how you take that. How
Oh,
you take
child, I ain't taking. Hey. I know the signs. I know the signs. I saw the signs. Remember that song?
yes,
Open up your eyes.
we had great music back then, yeah.
Yes, we
But
did.
there was this actor. He's a well-known actor, but he hasn't been the lead in anything. He's always been like the friend or somebody like that. He turned 70 years old. I think it was like a men's round table. I can't remember whose channel it was, but it was a men's round table, and he was the old head on the table, and he had just turned 70. And you know what he was saying? And the other men cut him to shreds. He was like, I never knew love before. But now I've come into my own and I realize what love really is. And I'm ready for love. And they were like, no, you've sown your seeds being an actor all through Hollywood, all through a million women. And now that you old and probably getting a little sickly, now you want to settle down for a nurse with a purse. You see what I'm saying? Men aren't slick. That's not, it
Hmm.
was like he was wide. You could see him coming clear as day. He just turned 70 and now he's figured out what love is and he wants it. So
Hmm.
be careful, hood table.
Oh, I am. I am. And Cole said they're not looking for love. They're looking for help. She's talking about the homosexuals. And then somebody else said giving a class on how to be a bum. That
Yes,
was
yes.
cold too.
Let me tell you, they said find a big woman, and he said preferably that works in a fast food restaurant. He said, and it's a bonus if she's the manager or assistant manager. You go in there, you order some food, you flirt with her, tell her how good she looks and this, that, and the other. And then you ask her, when you gonna cook me dinner? And he said the big women are usually desperate and they fall for that. And then you can go over to their house. You know how men will say, when you gonna cook for me? And she'll fall for it. She'll invite you over. She'll cook for you. He said, and usually they're so desperate that they give it up the first night. He said, and then, like within a week, you can move in on them. He was like, and once you move in, you good. He was like, and after about a month or two, because he said, because she gonna have kids. He was like, it won't matter, because you'll be running the house and you'll be telling her kids what to do. He was
Oh
like,
wow.
and you don't have to get a job. She'll be paying the bills. He said, but you gonna have to, you know, in other words, hit it like you ain't never hit it before, damn near each and every time, so you can keep her mind messed up. And he went,
Wow, that's
but that's the
crazy.
right, but that was the basis of the class he was giving on his YouTube channel to get, for homosexuals. I don't know. I can't read that.
Yeah, Lisi said I definitely couldn't live with a man, and I didn't. Oh, I don't think he could live with me. At our age, we are definitely set in our ways. The ability to retreat keeps me happy. And hey, everybody who's coming into the chat, what's up, you guys? Hey, Vibrant. Hey, T Danielle. How you
Oh,
guys
Tita,
doing? Hey,
come up.
VS.
Hey, VS.
What's up, VS? Your live last night was so very entertaining. Hey, Jill, Comfort Zone. Hey, when you had asked Dario to come up, when you had asked Daria to come up there because of what Rob Brack said about her son and oh my God, I was like, oh Lord Jesus, woo, do it, Jesus, please fix it. But
Because
Cole said being a
VS gonna find a way to get some content.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
she gonna.
VS. Corio said earlier when I was telling her what happened about a little bit of last night about how Daria said she can't hit the link because something about court or something like that, and Rob was like, court, what courts? I'm like, you mean to tell me this motherfucker got a court case out on him with Doria and he don't even know? And Corio's like, oh, VS gonna get her some content, child. Even if she didn't hit that link, VS gonna get her some content. I was
I said late after the court case, VS gonna get that interview to find out what happened, and everybody, you gonna have everybody in that chat, because if somebody gonna find a way to wring out a little bit of content, even if it's a sorry panel, and it's, everybody's like, she gonna liven it up some kind of way and squeeze like you squeeze a lemon and get something out of it.
VS said, who gave that class?
What class?
The class you were talking about,
Oh,
hobo?
it was some young black guy. It was a YouTube. It might have been a TikTok. You know how sometimes they'll bring TikTok over here to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And they'll show it. But I didn't I didn't clock the name of the channel. But yeah, it was about like maybe a 30-minute video, because there was way more to it. But yeah, he was giving hobo with a B, hobosexual classes. But I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the guy, but he was a young dude. He had dreads. He was dark brown skin. And it didn't, from the background, it didn't look like he was doing too much, because his curtains looked like they were thumbtacked or
Oh,
over
wow.
the window. And he looked like a hobosexual, to be
Oh, he
honest.
probably was. And
Yeah.
VS said she couldn't keep it up last night because the video was too bad. She said the story with the kid in bed was sad. It triggered her. And I'm sure some people probably were triggered. I was in disbelief. I was just appalled. I was like, is he really telling the truth? Because Daria was in the chat saying he's lying. And she said he's there in court, or she said she can't speak on it because they have an open case. But when Rob acted like shocked that he didn't even know about a court case, I was like, oh shit, you about to get hemmed up and don't even know you're supposed to go to court. But then again, where are they going to send? Does she know which hotel he's in, what room number he's in? Like, how he supposed to get the court papers?
How do you get a hotel room and you don't have a job? Because
Child, I guess the ones that's really cheap, like the day-to-day ones, I don't know.
uh,
I do not know. Mm-mm.
okay, because that's amazing to me. Because everybody I know that's traveling right now, once they get through TSA, they're like, you know what I'm saying? Hotels are expensive, even the cheap ones now.
And
Like the
he's in
motel.
California.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
right. I forgot. So you times that by 3. Okay.
Yeah, and then again, I don't know if he has a job or not. So
True,
yeah, I don't know that.
true.
But yeah, Tracy last night, it was funny because she was talking about when she had to blow in the thing for him to drive. She said, "Oh my God, that was like so crazy." She
I
thought she was
forget.
gonna get in trouble. Oh, that live was so good last night, VS. And
Oh,
VS said, "Noble, you were very respectful." Yes, he Noble was very respectful and cordial. Even when Rob was trying to compare their relationship or together with Tracy, he was really like, yeah, he was cool.
Rob gonna always bring extreme sex into something. He
Always. Like, why
he
you
does
always gotta bring extreme sex? Like the
extreme.
child story, you could have left that, you could have saved that to
Yeah,
yourself.
it's like we don't want to know, but he's always been that way. He didn't he do that to Empress. He does that to everyone he dates. He can't ever just leave it alone and move on.
He
And
sexualizes when
yeah, and
like yeah.
Noble, when you were up here, I was trying to talk, but y'all couldn't hear me. But I was saying that was very nice of you not to fall into the trap and talk about, up under Tracy's clothes. That was the classy thing to do and the mature thing to do. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that, but I don't think you guys, well, you couldn't hear me when I first came up.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear that either. And hey, Miss Ray, how you doing? Make sure you guys like and share the video, please, and thank you. You know your girl is on the road to 9K, so please
Yeah,
make sure you guys are liking and sharing the video.
yeah. Did she say she liked she was pleased with the video even though she had to what is it called, hide it or
I think she may put it on members or private or
oh
something
okay.
like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, BS Corio said, did you have fun though on the show? Did you enjoy the entertainment besides that part?
Yeah.
Besides that part, but I'm sure she did. VS is a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
why I miss the old days when she bring back those TSCC videos and the old Mess Express
Mm-hmm.
videos, and every time she bring those and play those old ones, I just be like, it's like nostalgia. I'm like, "Oh my god, I was there. Oh my god, it was like yesterday."
You know, I wanted to, and she probably does not want to even get into this. VS, don't get mad at me if I'm bringing up something you like, oh Lord. But when the recent things occurred, it brought back, and see if you remember this, when she had on like I don't know, it was like a fluffy, like a bear costume or a teddy
That
bear.
whole bodysuit, the whole
Yes,
onesie.
and she was moving around and everything, and somebody was on the phone telling her how much they loved her, how they wanted to be with her, and she was like, "Really? You know what I'm saying?" And she would be moving around in that costume, and I wanted to know which one was it. Which one of the two, you know what two I'm talking about, right? Was on the phone telling her how they loved her and girl, they was pouring it on and VS was like, really? Hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. All right.
Man,
You remember that?
VS had all the girls in the yard, the boys
Yes,
in the yard.
yeah,
Everybody
it
wanted
was a
some of VS back in the
right. It
day.
was it was
Everybody.
yeah, it was a female. And I'm wondering which, of the two I have in mind because that girl, they was pouring it on. You hear me? And she had her little costume on and she was, moving around and then she sat down, but she wasn't impressed. She was
She
not
said
impressed.
she said that poop emoji. What?
Oh, she mad
Oh,
at me.
oh, 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 oh,
Oh, that was okay.
oh,
Okay,
oh.
yeah. So you remember, okay, because she was pouring
I
it
had
on.
and she just passed away.
Yeah, she did.
She just passed away. I kind
Yeah.
of had a feeling that's who it was,
Okay.
but
I thought
oh,
maybe I didn't know if it was her or QI, to be honest. But thanks for answering, VS. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
she still
And I,
plays the record. VS, wasn't that one of the recordings you just played the other day? Wasn't that the same recording?
oh, it might have been.
She said it was the poop suit. It looked like boo boo. The poop
Oh,
suit.
was that the poop suit?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
because
poop
I
suit.
know you were just you.
Hey Teron, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Easter Eve live. Make sure you guys please like and
Yeah.
share the video. But yeah, the poop suit. The poop suit.
Okay, I knew it was some kind of. You know, they have conventions now where people wear those kind of outfits and stuff, and they have orgies and stuff, and they're wearing their
Oh,
costumes like that, like
they
dressed
be
up
having
as a
orgies in
rabbit.
the costumes.
Yes, girl, I forget what they're called. The group, you know,
Do
with
they
the
have like an opening down there where people the front and back
girl, I
flaps or
don't know,
something?
but they have a convention and they all come in their fluff. You know, I can't remember what they call it,
Oh
but they
my
all
god.
and they kick it, and you know they have vendors and they sell. You know, it's like a convention,
Oh my
and
god.
they hook up with one another in their in their suits, in their
I think I
costumes.
might be traumatized if I went to see some shit like that. Like, you know, because it's like there's so many different designs of
Yeah,
those onesie pajama type or costume type things.
yeah.
Just child, that sounds like some P. Diddy shit.
Well, you know, it was. You remember that show on HBO? It was called Real Sex, or you
Yes,
remember
I
back in
remember.
the day?
I didn't
I
watch it
did,
too much, but I remember it. Yeah.
right, and each week they would go into a certain type of fetish, and it was one of those. I think one of those episodes where
Oh, okay.
it showed, you know, how and girl, they were giving an interview and they be in their costumes, and I'm like, first of all, ain't that hot in California? Ain't that, you
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
You
But
in a
yeah,
whole bear costume or bunny suit or something, and you haven't ordered. You know how much heat and steam
girl,
in an orgy that would bring on with all them heavy costumes and shit.
girl, girl,
Child,
girl. But
please.
that was
Oh,
part
speaking of costumes, Corio, do you remember that
yeah.
story I told about when I used to be Birdie when I used to work at McDonald's when I was younger? Do you remember Birdie from McDonald's? The
No.
little birdie, the yellow birdie with the long ponytails.
Huh? At
Birdie, the
McDonald's?
cartoon characters. There was the McBurglar. There was the
The
you know the
Hamburglar,
character, the Hamburglar,
Grinch, and
the
was it
Grinch. You don't
not
remember
the no,
Birdie?
it
She
wasn't
flew a
the
helicopter. Well, she didn't fly a helicopter, but she had a helicopter hat on.
yeah, it wasn't the Grinch. It was the what was he the Grimace. It was Grimace. I
Grimace.
don't remember the
Eh,
bird though.
Birdie, the early look up. Oh, you probably can't look it up while you're live, huh?
Uh uh.
Okay,
What
hold on.
were
Let
you
me.
Birdie? Does anybody else remember a birdie with McDonald's?
Yes, Birdie.
And she
Hold
had a
on.
long
I'm about to do
ponytail.
this picture. She had long red ponytails.
Are you talking about Wendy's?
No, not Wendy's. I'm talking about
Uh,
Birdie.
I don't
Hold on.
remember
I'm about
that.
to put the picture up. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm about to because I want to explain this to you while I'm telling the
Okay.
story of
Sure.
the costume, you know, as well. So let me add the picture on here. I just downloaded it.
It was Birdie.
Let's see.
Maybe I'll know it when you put it
You'll
on the.
know it as soon as I show it.
I'm wondering what the people in the chat are saying. Do they know? And it's just me. You think it was regional? Yes. Oh my god.
I told you remember when I showed it.
Oh my god. I didn't know the name, or maybe I forgot, but yes, I do remember Birdie.
So I wore this suit
Oh my
whenever
god.
it was like a summertime event where it was a parade downtown and all the McDonald's characters were in costume in the parade. And I worked at McDonald's around the time, so I would always be Birdie. And when I tell you that head, that Birdie head is so fucking heavy. So fucking, and if I leaned to one side or the other, the ponytails were so heavy. So I would have like, I'd be like, oh my God. And so the suit, look at the suit. It's look, child. And mind you, back then I was like maybe 100 and I want to say maybe I was probably 115 pounds, maybe. So I'm wearing this heavy ass suit working as a teenager
Oh,
at McDonald's in the parades, and it's hot. I mean, 100 degrees outside. The head is so choreo. The head is so heavy, and
look
so
at
I'm sweating and perspiring underneath. And so every chance I get, I try to duck off and take the head off and drink some water. And so my managers and they would run. You can't do that. You can't do that. The kids, they're gonna know you're not real. You can't. I'm like this. What the fuck? You really think that they think I'm real? Like, I mean, I'm like, I can't breathe. I like, it's heavy.
oh,
Like, oh my God, oh my
oh
God.
my God. I can
Yes, that just reminded me when we was talking about costumes. I used to wear that costume in the summer for the parades, the McDonald's
oh,
parades,
oh
and
my God. Now,
everybody
did
like,
you
hey, Birdie. Hey. Matter of fact, I did it so much, for so many years that
you
there's
did
an
it for
officer around
years?
town, one of our hood officers around the neighborhood. That's my nickname to this day, Birdie, because of the costume that he remembers me wearing.
You did it for years, Hood
Yeah,
Table?
when I was working at McDonald's, it
You
was
couldn't
a once a year parade. Yep.
you couldn't transfer to the cashier to be a cashier. You,
No, no, I worked there. This was just at a parade.
that's what I'm saying. You just only did the parades.
No, it wasn't at work. It
Well,
wasn't at work in the building. This was at a parade every summer.
okay, so you did it every summer. Okay.
Right.
I'm
It was
thinking
once a summer. Yeah,
I'm
once a
thinking
summer.
I'm thinking you did the parades and you had to work the restaurant.
No,
I'm like, girl.
Miss Ray is cracking up. She's like, laugh out loud. No, honey, no. I would not wear that at work
Oh
behind
my
the, oh
God.
no.
Miss Ray, girl? So basically, you were a mascot for McDonald's, right? So they had the Hamburglar. All
Yep.
three of y'all were at the parade.
They had the
Uh,
Hamburglar. They had
Grimace.
they had Ronald McDonald's.
Oh
They
yeah,
had
I forgot
Grimace
about
and they had
wow.
Birdie.
Oh my God, how did you interviewed for that job?
No, it wasn't. No, it was just I was already working there for some time
Okay,
in high school, and
okay,
when the parades would come around, they would like, "Would y'all like to be in a parade?" They would ask, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't mind. Whatever. It's kind of fun. You get to
uh-huh.
play around
Sure.
with the kids and give out candy and be on the floats. It's a parade." But I
Oh,
was just saying how,
you got to ride on a float.
yeah, but not all the time. You could get down and you could run around and give out candy and take pictures with the kids. The kids loved it. With the
Oh, I'm
hamburger and Ronald
sure.
McDonald, they loved it. They
I'm
loved it.
sure because I mean, the commercials back then, they were in them. Remember when we were young,
Yep.
they were the ones in the commercial. You might and kids. So
Mhm.
yeah, kids would have loved them because later
Yes.
on it was people dancing and remember pop locking because the ones they ran
Mhm.
in the black community had soul music. It was so race, it was so back then. But
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah,
hey, Beans and Cornbread, how you doing? Hey, Patricia Alexander. How you
Beans.
doing? They said, is that my choreo? Mhm.
It is Beansy. How you doing, baby? Aw. But that's very interesting. But I just remembered the people that go to those conventions and stuff, they're called plushies, I believe. The
Oh,
plush
plushies. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe I'm like 90% sure that's what they're called.
Girl,
Plushies.
you learn something new every day.
Well,
I am
I
like,
used we were teenagers or early 20s when that show was on HBO, and I was interested because
see,
back
I
then,
maybe watched a few. It wasn't like a
yeah,
regular.
girl, yeah, they had all kinds of freaky people on
Ooh,
each episode, and I was interested in that kind of stuff. Not to do it, but it was like I like to watch it and be amazed. Do you
I was about
remember?
to give you the side eye. I was about to say,
Yeah, no, it was just amazing to me. It was just, yeah, I
girl,
had to fix that real quick. But
don't
do,
let me find out. No, I'm just playing.
do you remember when my aunt and uncle had the key lock thing on top of their TV And when they wanted to watch you know certain movies, you had to turn the key, and
Huh.
and you could turn the channels to all that kind of stuff. And so one time they went out to dinner and we were all spending the night over there. And the oldest cousin was old enough, I think she was like 14. So she was old enough to watch us while they went
Mhm.
out to dinner. And so we were like, let's turn the key. Let's
Oh,
turn the key. So, girl, we turned the key. We was in there kicking, watching stuff,
so it
laughing
wasn't a
and
lock. So it wasn't an actual lock where you needed a key. You can just
yes,
turn the thing.
it was an actual lock and with a key, and you twisted it, and it released something in there, and you could change to those channels.
Well,
And
why
so,
wouldn't they take the key so you guys couldn't watch?
girl, they probably didn't. I don't know, but we turned that
Oh,
key, and we were kicking it. We was laughing because we were little, young. The rest of us, she
oh
was
my
more.
goodness.
Girl, we forgot, lost track of time, and we saw those headlights turn into the driveway. You know how it goes across the front living room window
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
goes across the wall. And we got so scared we was trying to twist the key and broke the key off.
Oh,
And it was stuck in the position and we couldn't turn it. It was stuck on the channel. So
oh
when
my
they,
God. Did
oh
y'all
my
get in
God,
big trouble? What
oh,
happened?
girl, look, listen, I think that was the last whooping I got.
Oh my God. They
We was
said, y'all remember Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO? Oh,
That's
yes.
what it was.
That's
No,
what it
that was
was?
no, that wasn't the set. It was
Oh, okay.
called Real Sex. I think the one I'm talking about. But I remember Taxi Cab
I do
Confession.
remember tax. I mean, when they would just get in there and they would just tell the driver whatever the hell they was just talking and telling all their business and stuff like that. Or was that it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that was that exactly it.
Yeah. And
But
sometimes it would be several people in the back, and they whole conversation would just be recorded.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and it's
That's crazy.
like I mean, like I just told that story. That was a generic kind of story from when I was a kid. But I'm not going to sit up in a taxi cab as an adult and talk about my sex. It's weird.
Hell no. And you
It's
know
weird.
what? One of my homeboys, he used to drive for Uber, and because of his safety and security and stuff like
Mhm.
that, he had one of those cameras that Charlie was talking about earlier,
Sure,
the reverse and the
sure,
they see the back and the front, those cameras.
sure. Hmm.
And so he would do that just for his protection. If something happened, somebody tried to attack him or rob him, they would be on camera. But I'm just thinking now, I wonder if he got some like clips of some pretty,
Oh, I'm sure. Because there's a lot of
yeah.
people that like voyeurism, so they do that kind of stuff for shock value. I bet he does.
And I mean, Beans and Cornbread said, "Yep, they used to get in the back seat and they used to tell all their personal stories." Yep, I remember that show.
Was it
I
one
remember.
taxi cab or was it a lot of different taxi cabs?
It was. I can't remember. Was
I
it one taxi cab, Beans and Cornbread? I think it was just one taxi cab.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I
And the
think
same guy.
I think I'm getting it mixed up with the taxi cab you get in and you could play the game for money. I think I'm getting them mixed up because that was one taxi
Oh
cab.
yeah, that's a different. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I vaguely recall that one too. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I remember Taxi Cab Confessions. Does Beansy remember the one I'm talking about where I think it was called Real Sex. I think that's what it was called.
Hold on, let
But
me see. I'm gonna look it up. Real
yeah,
sex
because they did
show.
a sadomasochism one. I remember that's the first time I ever saw a what are they called?
Dominatrix or
Yeah, yes,
dominatrix.
yes. Different
Uh
each
oh
episode
yeah, it says Real Sex HBO series 1990 to 2009. I did not know it lasted that long.
I didn't either. I
That's
didn't
19. Wow,
I didn't watch it that long, but yeah, I,
19 years. And
that's
and if you
ridiculous.
look it up in Wikipedia, it says it's a documentary television series.
Mm,
It was a sexually explicit magazine which explores sex in the 90s style.
mm-hmm.
And wow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they lasted that many years.
Well, in a way, I feel better that I wasn't just some weirdo when I was a kid. When I was young,
Uh-huh.
if it lasted 19 years, there were other people interested in each episode. And
Right.
I wonder if, what they just called Christy Gnomes has been doing, that bimbofication. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if that was an episode.
I
Because
don't know.
had you ever heard of that bimbofication?
Mm-mm.
I didn't either until he got busted.
I didn't either, but they said it was a peek into the diversity of sexual activities with an emphasis that ranged from the unusual to the bizarre. And they said
Yes,
they typically explore 3 to 4 topics each episode, and
yes.
segments are separated by street interviews with random people related to the episode topics. And it spawned a spin-off series called Puma Copia.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh, they mentioned Taxi Cab. Okay, they said in 2018, HBO began removing the show from its streaming services, along with similar series called The Cat House and The Taxi Cab Confessions. So
Okay,
yeah, they
so
removed all those.
okay, around the same time. To see, I never heard of the copy. What was it? Copycat or
It was called the Puma Copia and the Cat House.
I see. I don't know about. That's a Yeah, that's one of those houses where those folks be in. Okay, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
interesting. What does that say? The same
And
guy.
Beans Incorporated said, yeah. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just read it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the same guy was the driver, and he had a knack for getting them to talk. Can you imagine? I'm trying to think back because I know I used to watch it sometime, but I'm sure he was probably like asking them like, "Have you ever?" or "What are you single?" or "Do you date?"
Mm-hmm.
or he probably
Mm-hmm.
was really good at getting them
Yeah.
to open up about some pretty precarious things. But I remember
Right.
that show. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
see if you would ask me stuff like that, I'd be like, I just don't want to talk about my private
I'd be
life
like, "I'm
like
a
that.
virgin."
Yeah, can you just take me to where I'm going and let's talk about something else? It wouldn't have worked on me because I'm
Like,
not
how's the weather? How's the weather? Has it been a busy day? Have you made a lot of tips today?
right. Why is this, why is that meter going so fast? Can you slow that down? You
Oh
know,
my god! Can we take some shortcuts? I'm in a rush.
right.
Oh,
Exactly. No,
no, you
anything
see what Beans and Corbett said?
you did. You did.
Ah.
I learned so much and it was all things that I knew I would never do.
Mhm.
Because it was I learned that I just wasn't cut from that same kind of rug to do the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just learned a
Mhm.
lot. So it protected you in a way because
Mhm.
you never knew what kind of person you were going to run into. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
because
That's
there's a bunch of freaky deakies out there. And
yep, yep. I remember a lot of the shows. A lot of the shows back in the day are not tolerated today.
you got
Because of
that.
just all the different rules and regulations and all the people who act so holy moly.
Mm,
And just like with the comedians.
yeah,
A lot of things are so sensitive these days because a lot of people are just so like sensitive. And I know
yeah,
there are certain things that we did back in the day, but that we definitely should have not maybe downplayed back
right,
then, that should
right.
not come into, these times.
Agree.
But like comedians, when you just try to censor comedians where they can't be themselves and they just making jokes,
Right,
like it's unfair. But what I can say is even though they have done a lot of censoring, a lot of my favorite comedians, they can still get on that stage for an hour or so and they can make you just bust a gut and
right,
cry tears without even discussing some of the things that they might be dragged and
right,
backlash and things
right.
like that. So they
You're
when you funny, okay?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't have to,
Hmm.
yeah. But that kind of relates to where we're at now. Remember we were talking about how you used to be able to, drag each other and,
Hmm.
just go at each other and you learn to live you live to drag another day.
Right,
And
right.
you got me this time, but I'm a give me a minute. I'm gonna shrug that off and give me an hour or two, and or the next day, because if you didn't at least do it, drag the other person who dragged you by the next day, it was like
Right.
it took too long. No, we not feeling it. But now you can't do that in this sector because people's feelings get so hurt that
Hmm.
they'll strike you. They'll strike you. They'll strike your channel or something.
Yeah,
You know,
start calling around to your family and just all
yeah,
kind of things. So there, I
yeah,
mean, the
yeah.
OB sector, they got down. I mean, thus
Yes,
why people always bring it up when they compare it to,
yeah,
these newbies and the 2.0s and things like that. They really
yeah,
got down and dirty.
yeah,
But, nowadays I just be like, can we just not call
yeah,
people's mamas? I mean,
yeah.
can we
I
just
mean, it used
not?
to happen back in the day, but it wasn't 10 people doing it all at one time. You know what I mean? It was the off. It might happen every
Yeah,
blue.
every blue moon, and that stuff is just
Yeah,
like a norm right now.
yeah, exactly. You got 560 people each calling each other's mother, and and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's to me. It's anyway. But
Yeah, let me
yeah.
read this comment. Beans and Cornbread said, I respected him because he would always let them know that he had a camera on and get their permission before, delving into his questions. And she said the series of the show was called HBO After Dark. Do you remember
Oh,
that one?
is that the one I've been talking about, and I've been calling it Real Sex? Is that
I
the?
don't know because Real Sex was a show,
Okay.
but HBO After Dark, I guess, was something else,
Was
maybe.
that the? No. Yeah.
Oh
No.
no, she said the series of the shows was called HBO After Dark. So I guess all
Oh,
these
I
shows
see.
fell under
Okay.
HBO After Dark.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That
yeah,
makes sense.
that makes
Because
sense.
it sounds like they showed them one after the other,
Yep,
and it
yep,
was like a bunch, all bunched up. Okay. That
yep.
makes sense.
That's what it sounds like. I think that's what she's saying. Yep. But
Okay.
child, I've been on here like 2 hours,
I
child.
know.
I need to get my butt off of here. I got a Walmart order coming. In a
Why?
few.
You need to go to Walmart for that one particular reason.
I know. I said I'm gonna go there tomorrow. I said I'm
On
going there
Easter?
tomorrow because on the direction that I'm going to meet my friend at her house
Oh,
so we can
okay.
go out for Easter.
Got you.
I have to
Okay.
go that direction, so I'm just gonna drop it off then and get my money
Okay.
refunded and
Okay.
turn in the wrong computer that I bought. But
Okay.
yep, it's on the counter. I bought everything in there, all the cords. I taped it
Okay.
back up and everything. So it's
That
ready to
still
go back.
that still makes me holler. Okay, then.
I
Well,
know.
thank thank you for having me. I had
Yes.
a good time for old time's sake. It was wonderful being up here with
It's
Charlie.
always wonderful with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, yeah, old days is always lots of
yes,
love. When we
yes,
get together, love and gags, kikis.
yes. The three amigos. But
Yes,
anyway,
absolutely.
once again, thank you for having me. Have a
You're
beautiful
welcome.
Easter. Happy Easter if you celebrated, everybody in the chat and up in the clouds. It was good seeing y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you again. Now you got what is up with StreamYard? You used to be able to drop yourself. I
Well,
don't I don't
I don't know
recognize
what it is, but hold up, there was something
I
else.
don't recognize any of these buttons except for the camera and the microphone. And there's no button to drop yourself, or maybe there is and I'm just slow. I don't know.
I don't know either, but people been making a lot of complaints recently about StreamYard, especially with the sound going out. And it's always like for the people who have
iPhone.
the iPhones. But I just want to put this up
Oh,
here before I go.
okay. Who is it?
The little boy from remember that movie I See Dead People?
The Sixth Sense.
The
Yes.
Sixth Sense. You see what he says?
Something
It
on
says
each.
church on Easter, I see new people.
What does it say? Something. What does it say? The
It
first
says,
one.
hold on, let me move the banner from the bottom. It says church on Easter. I see new people.
Okay. New
You know
outfit.
that's when people come to church and show all
Yes,
their new threads. Ain't
yes,
been to church in a month of
yes.
Sundays.
Yes, and remember, it is so many people that have to put the folding chairs at the end of each aisle because
It
it's
be standing room, child.
yes, the overflow. Even the overflow is overflowing. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
All
And
right.
Beans and Cornbread said, Corey, it was so good to see you, love. And
You too.
also said, Hood, this was a treat.
This it was. It's good to see you too, Beans. I heard that you hit panels now. So I'm not in the algorithm anymore, really, because I've been gone for so long. But like, I'll get like VS Lim. I had to look for Lemon because I his name changed. I get Ronnie Q. My faves. I get Deanna. You know what I mean? I think a while ago, I think I even saw you on this panel. It's been months and months and months ago. But it was good to hear your voice. I kind of squealed a little bit. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Beansy." So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Hood Table, are you there? Am I here? Hello.
Okay, I'll talk to you later too,
Okay.
boo.
Now
Thank you again for joining us this morning.
it was a pleasure. Now you
All
got
right,
to
love you,
drop
girl.
me, girl, because I don't know how.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I think it's kind of freezing or something. I don't know. But hey, Hypnotic Touch. You said wishing everyone a beautiful day. May you continue to invite blessings, respect, love, and prosperity into your life. Thank you so much for saying that. Uh Beans and Cobra said, I didn't used to hit panels for years. Say exactly people you haven't seen around in forever. Yep. Yep. But shout out to Choreo because she hasn't, been around. She's been doing her thing, hasn't really been on here too much lately. Shoot, in quite some time. It's been a long time since she was hitting panels and things like that. But since she's been back, she's hit our panel over here a few times. Like she said, yes, it's always really, really nice to see Choreo. Them my girls. Shoot, me and Choreo and Choreo and Charlie, we used to have a lot of good shows together. And then of course on when we used to do the Friday night lives, those were some pretty cool shows too with my bro and sis. Those were some pretty live shows. We used to cut up all night, y'all, all night. Hey, mighties, I am movement. How you doing? I really do hope that everybody has a wonderful Easter Eve and a wonderful Easter. And I hope your kids have a lot of fun. I know some people really get into Easter. I mean, they might have like a party, a get together with a whole Easter bunny. Somebody dressed up in an Easter bunny costume and be dipping and making eggs and all the different colors and the Easter baskets and the candy and throwing it out there in the yard. We can't do that today. Well, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We don't have to hide eggs around the house if the ground isn't dry enough because we've been having some rainy days. So right as of right now, though, yeah, I won't let my grandbaby out there in the backyard because it's just muddy. But maybe tomorrow it'll be a little better. But I'm not sure because it's like 45 degrees for the high today. I think tomorrow's gonna be like 59. So it's not gonna be really warm to dry up the ground. So we might have to have some Easter eggs around the house, for him to find. But yeah, other than that, you guys, I appreciate you guys for showing up and the ones who graced the platform today. We had Charlie, we had Choreo, we had Noble, and all of y'all who dropped down in the chat and engaged with us this morning. I appreciate you guys all the time. All the love, the support, the cash app, super chats. I really do appreciate you guys. Again, we are on the road to 9K. So please, 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 please like and share the video. Helps us in the algorithm, helps YouTube get us in the algorithm and send people notifications like they supposed to, and recommendations. Recommend your video to other people who might not be subscribed. So the likes and shares are very important. But other than that, you guys, I want to thank you again for joining us today. Stay safe. Hey, Dr. Sophie, I was just about to get out of here. You said you will rewatch. Thank you so much. You said good to see you, Choreo. She left, but I'll let her know that what you said, that you said good to see her. And I'll definitely send her a message on her phone, by text message. I'll send her a message. But yes, you guys. So as far as your Easter weekend, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant as all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.